What do you do when you get negative feedback on social media? This comes up a ton in different online forums and communities, and I just wanted to provide a couple things that I've used in the past that have been quite successful with this. So there's two things I really want to talk about here. Number one, how exactly do I handle it? I'll tell you specifically the way I address it. And then number two, if it's triggering something emotional in you, there's actually an opportunity to gain an insight and grow from it. So that feedback can be helpful. Let's dive into this really quickly. Just brief context, right? This video is specifically inspired by an instance that happened recently where someone on social media actually direct messaged Hypnotist and said to them, you know, if you have information that can help people with this problem, I'll leave it blank just to protect their anonymity. You should give it away for free. The universe will bless you. Something along those lines. And then the second part was talking about how this type of content, according to this individual, doesn't make you seem trustworthy. Right? And we're not going to go down the projection statement route. That's all been done. And there's plenty of other great content around this subject. I want to give you something different. So number one, I know right off the bat this person doesn't do change work. And I know, we'll use my niche. Let's pretend like it's smoking cessation because I've had this too. They haven't helped anybody quit smoking. It's very clear to me. Here's why. Quitting smoking has nothing to do, it's not an information input problem, right? This isn't a problem that's solved with information. Like there's there's endless amounts of information out there about why you should quit. Doesn't help. Same thing, like if you want to get in great shape, you don't read a muscle fitness magazine and then become a disciplined gym goer and change your dietary choices. It's not how humans work, right? It has nothing to do with information. It's about change that happens underneath the surface. All right, and that's what we're skilled at doing. So right off the bat, this person's already given you a great idea for a video. All right, you could make something about that. And how I like to handle these situations, and it has actually converted these people into clients, is I'll just say, hey, thanks, I appreciate you giving me that information. I'm just curious, how many people have you helped quit smoking? And you would be shocked by the range of responses I get here. Often I might hear something like, what does that have to do with it, right? Or what does that have to do with anything? The last question is like this. And I'm like, all right, and I'll just say, oh, maybe I misunderstood you. It goes back to that old Erickson idea about misunderstand the insult as a compliment or something else. Maybe I misunderstood what you meant here. You gave advice on how to quit smoking. Presumably you've helped people quit. Am I misunderstanding you? And they'll say no. And I go, oh, and then now I have an opportunity for a dialogue, and I've allowed them an opportunity to reassess their level of expertise around a problem. And I'm not doing this to be mean to them. I want to help them. If they have problems with quitting smoking and they're assuming they have an answer, yet they still have the problem, well, they don't. It's just the way it works, okay? So we want to get them there quickly. And I don't go out of my way to be rude to them about it. I just don't feel a particular need to. So this has been great for me. And then we start the dialogue, right? I can have a conversation with them. And I think other people see the way you handle this type of thing and they go, oh, well, they see you being gentle to them and they get it. It's a good thing. Kindness is really helpful. And in my community, a lot of times at this point, I just have to delete these comments because they will attack trolls. Like as soon as they sniff a troll, my community it's wild. So to protect them, the person that's often, a lot of times they are just being jerks and they need to be blocked, I have to do that. It gets wild. So, and then the second thing is if this is really triggering something inside of you, like if you're having an intense emotional reaction, we know that's a message from the unconscious mind. And I would recommend, I wouldn't go nuts with this. Don't let it prevent you from putting yourself out there and continuing to make content, because that's a skill in itself that needs to be developed, and you're gonna need experience with it to get better at it, like everybody does. I would say take that as an opportunity to examine it though. Right? If there's something you need to listen to within yourself about this. And it's like, maybe there's just a small insight there, maybe it's just an insecurity that you want to look at. Well, why am I feeling insecure about this? What is that? And it could just be, hey, I need to make more videos, or I haven't quite built my clinic where I want it to. I'm not achieving the level of success. Like, right now you've got an opportunity to explore that part of yourself. Like, should I be beating myself up because I'm just getting started here and I have to make content for the first time to build an audience. No, probably not. It's probably pretty normal, right? You could hopefully take some of the sting out of this stuff and have some fun with it, you know? And then in the future, who knows, maybe that's a really good video idea. So these are just a couple ideas. So one of the, you can ask yourself, why does this bother me? And what can I learn from this? Why does this bother me and what can I learn from it? And I really want to stress though, like, don't spend a ton of time on this. I know I said that a moment ago, but I really don't want you to be ruminating on this stuff because there's just a lot of people out there that you're going to have to block and move on. It's the way it is, right? But to the extent you can get some value out of it, like, take it, right? It's there for you. It's an opportunity. So I hope this helps. If this inspires anything, if you have any insights you want to share in the comments, please fire away. I think that stuff's always great. And I don't care if it's sort of more recycled things that you've heard out there. Who cares, right? Let's fire away and let's look at them, because sometimes those are great. You know, folks will say, like, they'll talk more about how this is just a projection statement from them. It speaks more about who they are versus you. All of that's great, right? I'd love to see what y'all put. And listen, folks, if you have any more questions about this, please fire away. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, everybody.